Welcome to the Disability Partnership Podcast. In this edition, Nicki travels up to the village of Wainstalls to hear about their community action group from some of the volunteers that run it. Over to you, Nicki.
Hiya, it's Nicki again from DPC and I'm up in Wainstalls, lovely village, and I'm at the Wainstalls Community Action Group talking to Tracy and Rosemary, and they're just going to fill us in a little bit of when this got together, what your actions are and what you do really. So over to you two ladies if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, thank you, and thank you for coming and inviting us to do a podcast, Nicki. So we were constituted in June 2023.
Okay, so very new.
In June, and then we had a launch meeting in October of that year. We're a small community group, growing. We continue to grow. We've got approximately circa 90 members. There's it's difficult to tell, but there's about 400 people live in Wainstalls, looking at the voters.
Oh yeah, in such a short,
So we'd like to get 50% of people, part of our membership. So we'd like to get it to around about 200. The majority of people live together as well, but we are a community group that's looking at environment, community cohesion, and health and well-being. And there is a fourth one, and I'll have to tell you what that is.
It's absolutely fine.
I think it's social mobility, something like that.
Because you weren't always based here, was you?
No, not at the Spinning Top. We're based at the Spinning Top now. We were based at the Sports and Social Club that's just opposite the school in Wainstalls Village. And anyway, we moved away from there because of rent issues.
This is a fabulous building.
But it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
We love, and Stacey, who's the owner, Stacey Bradley, who rents the building, and then we kind of subbed that off Stacey. She couldn't be more welcoming and encouraging, and she's just fabulous.
She's got a wonderful attitude. Yeah, she's
you don't want hurdles to have to jump over.
She's a proper businesswoman, but
she's
very accommodating and very community orientated.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and it's refreshing. She's been wonderful.
Yeah, she has. So we only moved out of the Sports and Club for a temporary period of time, but actually we haven't had an invite back, so we think
you don't need to go
back.
So we can't afford the rent increase because we're a not-for-profit group, and when we embark on arranging an event, we have to decide whether we're doing it for the community, and sometimes we even run at a loss. But there are some events that we can make a little bit of money on to support other things.
So, that's all the upkeep and everything.
So everything we do make, by some means or other, goes back into the community.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So the membership fee, as an example, I said that we've got circa 90 members. It's £5 per household. So and the reason,
is that a yearly thing?
It's a yearly thing.
Which is nothing.
It isn't. But the reason that we implemented it was what we said to ourselves, the committee. So there's myself, who's chairperson, Tracy, Rosemary, who's secretary, and then we've got Robert Hustwick, who's the treasurer.
Okay.
And then we've got Gail Richardson and Bill Cleland, who are also on the board committee, but they don't have actual physical roles. So there's 5 of us in total. But what we said when we first set up was, rather than say with X number of people that are members of Wainstalls, purely because they join a Facebook page or they join a WhatsApp group, we said actually we want people to make a conscious decision.
They want to contribute.
I'm happy to give you £5. I know it's not a lot of money, but that's my skin in the game. And we promise everyone who becomes a member that we'll offer them events throughout the year that will give them a reduction that's equivalent to or more than the £5.
Which,
So they
it's a
get it back.
no-brainer, yes.
Yeah.
And you can keep track of who you're attracting, and that totally makes sense, totally.
Yeah.
So how often do you meet here for the Culture Cafe?
So I'll let Rosemary tell you about the Culture Cafe, because that was really Rosemary's
thing.
Yeah, brainchild. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, we're all involved.
Yeah.
Rosemary
Well, just a
came
very quick potted overview then. I've worked in adult social care as a self-employed person.
Okay.
Through Shared Lives, one of the branches of adult services in
Shared
Calderdale.
Lives. Yeah.
And I've worked with people with dementia, and it turns out we had a couple of neighbours who had partners with dementia.
Okay.
And it just struck me that it would be nice for them to have somewhere to go to meet each other and chat about some of the, daily issues that they face. So the more I looked into it, then I established that there were other dementia-friendly cafes already on the go.
Yes.
Really successful, large ones.
Yes, there is.
More high energy than the Culture Cafe. Live music and things like that. But I found the people like Chris and June Harvey and Peter Robinson, who runs Daisy Chain. I found them very helpful.
Yes.
I really did learn a lot from them. So we meet every week, and the reason we do that, it's a big commitment, but we didn't want people to have to think, oh, now, which week is it, and is it open this week?
Yes.
So, be it a large number of people or a week where we're quiet, we open every week. But it's designed such that out of the 4 or 5 weeks in a month, we have a craft demonstration and a wellbeing talk.
That's wonderful.
Or presentation.
Yeah.
Or a little bit of very quiet exercise. So, and then there are weeks where we don't arrange any visitors in the way of presenters, but we have quizzes and crafts, and people sometimes bring their own crafts.
That's your social side, everybody getting to know each other.
Just come in and have some nice coffee and cake and a chat.
No, that's wonderful.
And that's what we find, isn't it? That actually people come every single week, and before you know what time it is, we're actually going, aren't we? And people are saying, well, I've not done anything today, kind of a thing,
Yeah.
So,
and that's the sign of a really good.
Yeah. And I think the more that we've run the Culture Cafe, the more that we've realised, actually, it's far wider than purely dementia. Even though that was Rosemary's original.
That was the original, but definitely. So
you've got family members who might want a break from a family member with Alzheimer's dementia. You may have a carer who's on a day off and has a bit of a break. So
in fact, currently we've no one that comes who is suffering from dementia. But we we signed up to the Dementia Hub, and so we'll continue to try and run it in that manner. But a wide age range.
I was
from about 18 months old to 90.
I love it. And we have parents and grandparents coming from when they pick the children up from school. They pop in with the kids.
Yes, because you're until 4, so that's nice. Yeah, that's a nice time.
So much so that the children say, "Oh no, we want to go to Culture Cafe, Mum." So
that's lovely.
Even though they normally come with the grandparent. They've brought the mum in now, so
And I came up on an evening, so you obviously, because that's when David Glover did the talk.
Yes.
So again, it was packed. It was really lovely, and like you just said, time flew. It did.
Yeah.
And it was really wonderful. Yeah. So you do obviously not just do the cafe. Sometimes you host.
Yeah, that's just one of many things that we do. Yeah.
We do history talks.
Right.
In an evening,
which we always try and do an evening event. at least once every 2 months.
Yes, that's like our open meetings, yeah. Yeah, you can really concentrate then, and
Yeah, and then we'll have, obviously we have committee meetings on a regular basis. We also have members meetings, in addition to the history or an event on an evening. We also offer crafting activities, so such as at Christmas, myself and Sherry Hiley-Hammond will usually, for the last 2 years anyway, we've run a wreath making or a Christmas decoration. Again, to bring the community together, and we get all age.
Because aren't you doing something to do with the Wainstalls Waves? Is that?
Yes, that's the Wainstalls project with Tracy can talk about that. Was Tracy's the lead on that.
Yeah, so that's another. So we had a history talk on Wainstalls Waves, because Kim, who's the historian behind the Wainstalls Waves, she's done all years and years of research, and she came and gave us a talk, and then she's a member, lives in Wainstalls, and we said to her, other than yourself, does anybody else really?
No, I went away and Googling, and I had no idea, and I lived in Halifax. My mum worked at Wainstalls all those years ago, and I'm thinking, I've never heard.
It's a fascinating subject. So we said, actually, we want it to live on forever, the story of the girls. So that's the reason that we're working on this project at the moment, to design a Wainstalls Waves walk.
Wow.
So we're expecting it to be launched definitely within the next 12 months. Serious funding will be required. We have had a few wonderful donations from people already towards it. So we'll keep communicating about how it's developing.
You can advertise and try and pull in some advertising. Because it's wonderful story.
Yeah, it's quite a long walk, about 4.5 miles.
No, that's
But we'll
really
have special interest boards and QR codes. It'll be narrated.
Fabulous.
We're planning on involving the children from the school, so when it's a child talking, it'll be someone from the school.
That's good.
That's another thing that's coming down the way. We undertake litter picking.
Oh yes.
As a group, as a community group, so we meet. It's the third Saturday of each month.
That's really big in lots of communities now.
From April to
it's
about
much needed.
That's right.
About October. We tend to stop doing it then because the weather's so bleak up here.
Especially up here.
You get blown away. Yeah. But we've litter picked tons and tons, haven't we?
Yes.
Of rubbish. And we work very closely with the council, and they've been actively undertaking some stopping fly tipping, particularly up on Cold Edge Road.
Within that area, yes.
That's right, because it's a real.
It.
And we liaise with them, and we managed to catch someone on I took a photograph of them actually, and they were able to compound the car, and it really seems to have stopped that area being so.
It's a lovely village. You don't want it spoiled.
You don't, do you?
No, that's fabulous.
Other things that we do as well is I spoke to you about the crafting activities, and we've run a seed glass crafting Saturday, and then Rosemary, do you want to talk about your
I run I'm into making miniature stone buildings and miniature stone walls, and I went to classes for a long time
very interesting
to a lovely chap called Malcolm Debenham from Mixenden, quite well known professional builder, and I ran a course last year. Was that last year?
Yeah.
It was going to be for about 6 or 7 weeks, but some of the people who joined the course had some quite ambitious ideas on what they wanted to make, and so it actually ran for about 12 to 14 weeks.
There were some stunning pieces of work.
There was, so that was good,
And then there's do you want to talk about the ukulele as well? We also do music.
We've got a ukulele group, so we started a ukulele class. The intention for that was to run for 5 or 6 weeks, so we could, strum a little tune together. But everybody loves it, including our tutor, Bear, from Mount Tabor, Stephen, his real name, but everyone calls him Bear. And he's wonderful.
And what's your group
Bless
called
him, he does
now,
it for
Rosemary?
the Wainstalls ukulele bears.
I love it. Oh, those were
and they meet here on a Monday evening.
Yeah.
So every Monday evening?
Yeah.
Is it what time is it, Rosemary?
7 till 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have so much fun.
Yeah.
I bet that's wonderful.
And that's been going for about 18 weeks now. No one wants to give up.
No, unbelievable. Oh, no, thank you. No, that's wonderful. So, obviously you have a Facebook page if people want to contact you.
We do.
Yeah. And
a WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group.
If you become a member, you can join the WhatsApp
Fabulous.
group as well.
Yeah.
So any information you want getting out there, don't hesitate to send it forward to me and Phil.
Well, something that we haven't told you about as well as part of the cafe, and I don't know whether you can slice this in, is that we've had some sponsorship, so Staying Well have been instrumental in supporting us and continue to support us.
From the North Halifax Partnership, Staying Well team.
And also Culture Dale, we've got a small grant from Culture Dale. And Upper Valley, we're part of Upper Valley Forum with the council, and we got a start-up grant from them as well, so...
Yes, that's the struggle to keep going into it.
It is when you're wanting to make it as cost effective as possible.
Totally.
Until you get the footfall, then. So if you could mention our sponsors.
No, totally. No, brilliant.